recap. What is my symbol for congruency? What is the symbol that I use for congruency? I'm having like no hands and no answers. Thank you. Babawa, what is my symbol for congruency?
Miss, we have those 3 lines. I think.
Good. And are they upside or are they on these sides?
Sorry, ma'am?
Do they go like this or do they go like this?
They go to the left. Or to the
Good.
right.
Okay. That is our symbol for congruent. Thank you very much. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, so that is our symbol for congruent. When we are trying to prove that 2 triangles are congruent to each other, we have to use one of 4 different reasons. What are those 4 reasons that I'm looking for? What are those 4 reasons? Apiwe, tell them to me.
Ma'am, is it S?
Yes.
And it's SAS.
SAS.
And then it's SAA.
SAA.
And RHS.
Beautiful. Okay. While you're on the line, can you tell me why I want to write this one as SAS and not like in a different way?
Because you want to show that the angle's in between the 2 sides.
Good, good. The angle needs to be between, let me just draw it as a picture. I think that'll just be easier. The angle has to be between the 2 sides. Good. Yes, guys, smashing this. No, I didn't show the top achievers from the quiz because the quiz was a geometry quiz and we'd moved on to a different section. That was the only reason. For the question coming in, if you weren't here on Tuesday's lesson, you might be okay, but you might want to watch Tuesday's lesson. We'll see. Okay. Okay, so we have our 4 cases of congruency. We have our congruent sign. We know when we're writing our sentence what's going on. Let's try and go through some things where maybe it's not exactly as obvious. Okay, so we're going to sort of talk through these ones a little bit and see how we go. If I have a look at this picture over here. Okay. Let's first identify what our triangles are. We've got this triangle. And we've got this triangle. Okay, those are our 2 triangles. Remember, these are our rules. Okay. At the moment, without finding anything else, what have they given to us? What information has been given to us? Who can tell me? Have a look through it. Tell me something that you can see has been given, just one thing each. Yusuf, what can you see that they've given to us?
So you can see those 2 indicators there on
Okay.
each of the opposite lines.
Okay, what does that mean?
Sides.
Okay, good, good. It means that the sides are the same. How could I write that as a sentence? Like, how could I say that those sides are the same as each other?
Okay, so you would say BA is equal to DE.
Good, okay. And they gave that to us, right? We didn't have to do anything. So I can just say it's been given. And we also agree that that's a side. Is everyone on the same page so far? Are we happy right now? Okay. Okay, I want another thing that has been given to us. Apiwe, what is another thing that has been given to us?
We've been given angle A and angle E.
Good. Okay, so they've given us that this angle here and this angle here. So angle A is equal to angle E, and that's given, and it is an angle. Beautiful. Glorious. Okay. Now, our issue is when we're trying to solve for congruency, we need 3 things. And at the moment, we only have 2, which means I need a 3rd thing. Okay. We can never solve for another side. If they don't give us a side, we can't solve for it. That's something they have to give us, which means we have to solve for another angle. Looking at this picture, who can tell me what other angles are actually the same? Yondela? Yes, you glorious human. Absolutely, 100%. Okay, we can see that this angle here is equal to this angle here because they are vertically opposite each other. So we can say angle BCA is equal to angle DCE because of vert op angles. Okay, and that's an angle. So I've done a lot of the hard work for you now. Can you please write up a sentence for me that would be which triangle is congruent to which triangle and what would my reason be? So have a look carefully. Write out your sentence. Which triangle is congruent to which triangle? And then give me your reason. Once you're happy, you can pop it in the chat, or you can put your hand up and you can just tell me what you've done. I just want to know what my statement is here. So we've done lots of the hard work now. I just want to know which triangle is congruent to which triangle, which means we just need to care about the order of our letters and then what my reason is. So which one of these 4 reasons we're going to use. Let me know. How do I have no volunteers yet? What's going on? Thank you. Thank you. Sure. Yusuf, yes. Tell me what to do.
Bam. So as you can see, so we would be using SAA.
Good. That's our reason. I like it. Okay.
And then ABC is equal to
Congruent to.
it's sorry, to
Good.
EDC.
Good. Perfect. Perfect. And our reason is SAA. Nice. Great. Okay. What we've actually done is an informal proof of congruency. We're going to formalize it a little bit later on in this lesson, but this is informally. We have just proven that these 2 triangles are congruent. Is anyone unsure about what they are seeing and feeling confused, or would like a little bit of extra help, a little bit of an extra explanation? Let me know. You're welcome to send a direct message to me or to you, Linda, or you can just pop up your hand and we can talk. Okay. Cool. Oh. Yeah. Nenonta, how can I help?
Ma'am, would it have been right if you say triangle BAC is congruent to triangle DEC?
100%.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
No problem. Okay, cool. Let's try another one. Okay. Looking at this question, I want you to first tell me, so let me highlight our triangles. So there's our one triangle, and there's our other triangle. Okay. My first question to you, we're going to do this in a very similar way, is what is the one thing they have given to you? What is the one thing that they have given to you? Chilo, what is the one thing that they have given to you?
Ma'am, so like, I think it's like, they're giving us B and A similar is congruent to D and C, right? Something along those lines.
Oh, what do these lines mean?
It means they're parallel, ma'am.
Yeah. Because they're parallel, does it mean that they're equal?
No, not really. I don't think so.
Oh, okay, look at this. Okay, here, this line here is parallel to that line there. Those 2 lines are
Okay,
parallel.
no,
Are those lines?
no,
No.
no,
Okay.
okay.
Things don't have to be equal to be parallel.
Is it
But they
DE
have
and EC?
exactly. So this line here is the same as this line here.
Okay.
Okay. So let's just okay. But I think it's good that we spoke about this. These single lines, they are talking about which lines are equal. These arrows are talking about parallel, and parallel doesn't mean that they're equal. Okay, so our first thing that they gave to us is that BE is equal to EC, and that was given to us. We don't need to do any work for that. Good, good, good start. Okay. We are now needing a second thing. So now everything else we're going to have to work out. Okay, because we need 3 things, and at the moment we have 1. Can someone tell me what second thing I could do here? A P-way, tell me another thing.
So you could say angle BEA.
BEA.
Is equal to angle DEC.
DEC, what would my reason be?
Vertically opposite angles.
Perfect. Vertically opposite angles are equal. Great. 100%. Okay, so now we have got that those 2 angles are equal. Great. We've got 2 things on our list. I'm seeing a few things come in the chat that are saying this. I'm just going to write it over here, that AB is parallel to CD given. Okay, that's true. AB is parallel to CD, and it has been given to us. But lines being parallel is not a side, and it's not an angle. So it doesn't help us with congruency. So this is never going to be one of the things that we write, because it doesn't help us, because it doesn't give us a side and it doesn't give us an angle. It's a very, very common mistake, but we won't need that one. Okay. All right, so I need a third one now. Omacholo, can you tell me a third thing that is the same in both of these triangles? You just need to unmute from your side. There we go. Hi.
I just said BA is congruent to angle D and C because
Okay, so
they are on a parallel line.
yeah, so they're parallel. They are definitely parallel. They are parallel, but they're not congruent. So parallel doesn't mean that they are the same as each other.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Fatu, can you tell me a third thing that these 2 triangles have in common?
Ma'am, angle A is equal to angle D
Why?
because of alternate angles. AB is parallel to CD.
Yes. Okay. Those 2 angles are equal because they are alternates. It's a Z situation. Oh gosh, my Z went a little bit haywire there. There we go. There's our Z. Nice. Okay. It's a Z situation, which means they are alternates. Okay. So we have a side here, then we have an angle, and we have another angle. So it's kind of just telling us exactly what's going on. What does it mean when it's congruent? So when we're talking about congruency, we're saying that this triangle is congruent to this triangle means that everything about this triangle is exactly the same as everything in that triangle. That's what that means for them to be congruent. They are exactly the same in every way. And in order to prove that that is true, we have to either prove that all 3 of their sides are the same, or we have to prove that they have a side and then an angle and a side, or we have to prove that there's a right angle hypotenuse side, or we have to prove that there is side angle. So we have to prove one of those to show that they are congruent. You could have used sum of angles in a triangle, but you don't need the 3rd angle. So you didn't need to. Okay, so now that I'm at this point here, now I can just write my statement. So I can just say triangle AEB is congruent to triangle DEC, and my reason is SAA.
Peeler is on the line.
Oh, hi. How can I help? Hello? No?
Me.
Hi.
Hello.
How can I help?
Ma'am, by the third one, is it wrong to say A is equals to C because of alternate angles?
It is wrong because if I was using alternate angles for C, it would be this angle. So angle B is equal to angle C because they are alternate.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you, ma'am.
no
Yes, ma'am.
problem. Oh, Misha's hands popped down. Okay. Yeah, Apiwe, how can I help?
So ma'am, would I have been wrong to say angle B is alternate to angle C?
No, you could have used that as one of your reasons instead of angle A and angle D or BEA. You could have said angle B is equal to angle C because of alter angles.
Okay.
Okay. Mifle, yeah.
Hi, ma'am. This is not actually a question, but this is a bit off topic.
Okay.
I was gonna ask, is there another song that you guys did besides this one? Because I arrived late.
We did this one.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, let's try. Ooh, which one should we try? Let's try this one first. Okay. So I'm going to put this question here, and I want you to try this by yourself. So I want you to think about the process that we've just done. I want you to find 3 things that are in common with each other. In this case, 2 have been given to you. And so I need 1/3 thing which you have to find. You're going to need to tell me what that 3rd thing that you found is. And then you're going to tell me which triangles are congruent to which and what our reason's going to be. Okay. So you're going to be doing 3 things. You're going to find which other angle is the same as another angle. You're going to tell me which ones are given. You're going to say which ones are congruent, and you're going to give me my reason. So make sure you're happy with all of those steps. I'm going to give you a couple minutes to do this. And then we'll start going through this one. Hopefully we'll have time to do a couple extra ones before we do a proper proof. Indela, I know. And your hand was up first, so I will give this one to you. I'm just giving everyone a chance to give it a try on their side first. Okay. Keep trying. Give it your best go, guys. Don't try and rush.
Like we are ready, ma'am. Yondela is ready. Umpile, umofolo, guys. You're
And
done
I've
with the
asked you,
question.
yeah, I've asked you to do a lot for this question, so I'm worried these hands went up a little bit prematurely, but we'll see. Yeah, don't worry. For the question that came in the direct message, we definitely will do more. Don't you worry. And I will definitely give you more time. You don't need to panic. I'm not trying to rush you. I want to make sure you're happy with what you've done. And we'll go through this step by step. Oh no, okay, Fatu, try and sort of tell me in words where you're stuck. And I'll see if I'll be able to give you some guiding help. I'm glad you didn't fall for the trick of it. Miss Brandon, don't panic. Okay, so if you've only got the 2 steps, you need 1 more. My recommendation is look for the bow tie. Okay, I'm going to give you guys until 25 past 6. And then we're going to talk through this one. Those of you who are struggling with your 3rd reason, look for your bow tie. Yondela, you might want to put your hand down if SAS is your answer. Okay, wait, I have to give them some help. I'm sorry, Adele, you did put your hand down, okay? This question is still up for grabs. Okay, let's have a look. The next hand that I have on my list is Katlejo. So let's have a look. Katlejo, talk me through what I can write in this question.
Okay, ma'am. So I'm only confident about like one answer I have.
Okay.
BC is equal to CE and it's given.
Good. Yeah. Okay. Tell me another one.
Angle B equals to angle E.
Good.
And
that's also just given to us. Okay.
given.
Good. And now we need to find our third one.
I don't have the last one, ma'am.
Okay. Let's see if someone can help you out here. Batio, are you able to help?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, vertically. So angle B. Angle BCA is equal to angle ECA.
Good. My reason?
Ma'am, vertically opposite angles are equal.
Good. Okay. So if those are my three reasons, then what is my end statement? What am I going to finish this off with? What am I going to write? Where did you go, Fatu? You just disappeared. You just mute yourself. Where do you finish the question? Such a sneaky ninja.
I think it could be network, and she's saying there that is SAA.
I'm so sorry, man.
That's what
Like
she
my
said.
little brother answered like he was gonna make noise.
Oh, okay, it's fine. Okay,
Yeah.
tell me which triangles are congruent to which?
Triangle. You, ma'am, I didn't do it according to order. Okay, let me try by looking at it. Triangle ABC
Yeah.
is parallel to triangle FEC.
FEC, yeah, I like it. And then my reason is?
SAA.
Perfect. Perfect. Nice. We got there, guys. Okay, so this over here is a side, this is
Well
an
done,
angle, and this is another angle. And so we have side angle, angle. Nice job. Okay. Hey, Daniel, none of that language on this chat. This is a classroom. Okay. Linomta, how can I help?
I'm a bit confused when it comes to like naming the angles in the order in which you should name them, ma'am. So for the
Like in the last step.
No, ma'am. Like for the first reason, when you said BC equals CE, could you have also said BC is equal to EC?
Yes, absolutely. That's totally fine. So whenever you're talking about a line, those angles, those letters can always sort of go between each other.
Okay, ma'am. And then when you do the last step, you have to go from the bottom to the middle, like in the order in which you name the first angle, the first triangle.
So you don't have to, you could have written it in any way. So like I could have said triangle BAC, for example, but then I would need to say that it's congruent. So there's my 90 degree. So then I would say E, and then I said A, which is this one. So I would say F, and then I would say C. So as long as they correspond to each other.
Yes, ma'am.
Then that's fine.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Cool. Cool. Katlejo, how can I help?
Ma'am, for the last step, the triangle ABC equals to triangle FEC, side angle. I got triangle ABC equals to triangle FEC, right angle, hypotenuse, and side.
So that is a very, very common mistake. because you saw a right angle and you saw a side, right? But right angle hypotenuse side, okay? Right angle hypotenuse side. That's the right angle, we have it. That's a side, we have it, okay? But the hypotenuse is talking about this line over here. And have they told us that those two lines are equal to each other?
No, ma'am.
No. And because they haven't told us, we don't have the hypotenuse, which means we can't do right angle hypotenuse side.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, but it's a very normal mistake. So I'm glad that you
Thank you,
asked
ma'am.
about it. Okay. Cool. Let's go. Right, let's try another one. Okay. Oh, actually, it's 31 past. Let's do a brain break. Let's try and
Yay, I
a
could
little
use
bit.
like, a brain break on the chat also, guys. All the people on the chat, let's go to Brian the break, okay?
Yeah.
It's time to just take a break.
Yeah. And for those of you who felt upset by what Daniel said, he has been removed from the lesson. So don't worry, I got your backs. Okay, let's go to Brian. All right, Brian, we have got 3 dingbats to do today. So there are 3. The other class actually found some of them quite quickly, and then some of them took a little bit longer. So let's see how you guys go. Maybe you can beat them with one of them, and maybe you can't. We'll see. Okay, so let's have a look. This is our first one. I would like to know what this one is. Chilo, you got that so quickly, man.
Well done, Sheila.
How on earth did you get that so quick? That was insane. Nice job, man. Okay, so for those of you who are still feeling a little bit confused by this one, it is definitely an I for an I. All right, and it's because there's an I, and then over here we have got 4 I's. Too easy. Oh, sorry if you were. I think one of them might be able to confuse you guys a little bit. We'll see. Let's try one more. Oh my goodness, Tatum.
We got it so fast. The scrambled eggs.
Happy, we also got this in like 10 seconds.
Yeah, it's a few. It's like, okay, we got this. Now we just live with one.
How on earth did you get that so quickly? This one got the other class so confused for so long.
Yeah.
Happy was like, come on. I thought that this one would like really like confuse some of you. I really did. Okay, so for those of you who have not seen it, those both spell the word eggs. Okay, they both spell the word eggs, and the letters are scrambled, and so it is scrambled eggs. Nice job for those who got there. Okay, let's see. Last one. Maybe I can dump some of you here. Jasmine, that's okay. You can keep them. to let go. So some of you are like, oh, Burlington got there, Burlington got there, and then Michelle, nice job, guys. There you go, you got there. Too little, too late. Toilet late. Who would say toilet late? Like, when would that sentence come out of your mouth? Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, let's jump back into our maths mode. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are going to actually just sort of formalize what we were just doing. So we were kind of doing something in a very casual way where we were looking at things and kind of trying to figure it out a little bit. But when we're in a test or an exam situation, they are going to ask for a formal congruency proof. And whenever we have to do like a formal proof, there's always a specific way we have to set it up if we want to get all the marks. Now, some of your teachers may not have taught you to set it up exactly like this, because maybe they're being a little bit easier on you for grade 9, but in grade 10, you'll have to do it this way. So let's just get into a good habit now. Okay, so the first one we've actually done. So we're going to jump onto this guy over here, and we're going to see how things work. So I'm going to kind of talk you through this one. I'm going to go through it quite quickly because you're all doing so well in the last question. And then I'm going to give you one to try by yourselves. Okay. So first of all, we want to know which triangles we're working with. So we've got that triangle and we've got this triangle. Okay. Whenever we do a proof, we set it up this way. Our first step is we identify which triangles we're working with. Okay, so I'm going to say in triangle ABF, and this at this point the order doesn't matter. Okay, and triangle AGF. So all we're doing in that first step is we're identifying our triangles. Then we are going to have 3 reasons. So I like to label them 1, 2, 3, because that always makes sure then we get it right. And then we end with our conclusion of therefore this triangle is congruent to this triangle, and we give our reason. Okay, so whenever we do a congruency proof, it looks like this. Let's start. First of all, they've given us, I'm going to just do it in a slightly different color so you can see, they've given us that this side is equal to that side. So we can say AB is equal to AG, and our reason for that is that it has been given. Okay. They've also told us that this side here is equal to this side here. So that's telling us that GF is equal to BF, and that again, our reason for that is that it has been given. Okay. This line here, this line over here, this line AF, what is special about AF? You can tell me something special. Yes, Unila, absolutely. Okay, it's a common side. Now, if you haven't done congruency and you haven't heard those words before, it's okay. All I want you to be able to see is that AF is part of both triangles. And because it's part of both triangles, it's obviously the same length as itself because it's part of both. Okay, so you can just write AF is common, all right? Or you could actually just say like AF is equal to AF. Like you could say AF is common, or you can just say they are the same as each other. And then I'm just going to say common. Okay, so now let's try and think about what we've done. We found a side, then we found another side, and then we found another side. So I like to write these on the right-hand side as like a way of telling myself what I've done, because then when I get to the end, writing my reason is really, really easy because I can see, oh, it was side, side, side. Okay. Then the last thing I have to do is I just need to say which triangles are congruent. And this is when the order does matter. So we're just going to make sure we put them in the right order with the right angles. And we have our reason. This whole question. Oh, did Tatum say it first? Oh, well done, Tatum. Sorry, I gave all the credit to you, Andela, but it should have gone to you. In this type of question, it would be worth maybe 4, maybe 5 marks in your exam. It could be worth as little as 3 if you don't have to do a lot of work for it. But if you get it right like this, you're 100%. Sheila, we're going to start similarity next week, Thursday. Okay. And this is your first proper congruency proof. Does anyone have any questions about what they're seeing? No. Okay. Yeah, Denomta, how can I help?
Ma'am, I raised my hand by mistake. Sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. Yeah, so it always has to be 3 reasons. The reason it has to be 3 is because all of our cases of congruency require 3 things. So you are trying to prove those 3 things. You're either trying to prove that there are 3 sides, or a side and angle side, or a right angle hypotenuse side. You have to prove those 3 things. Okay, cool. Mikle, how can I help?
Ma'am, I was just wondering if are we gonna do like a quiz after the class?
Yes, you do have a quiz today, but don't stress. It's not a hard one. It's nice and easy. It's basically just understanding which triangles are congruent to which.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Okay. Fatu, how can I help?
Ma'am, I wanted to ask, are we only going to be like, when are we gonna start doing congruency on like with other shapes?
We only do congruency with triangles. You don't have to prove congruency with any other shape.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. This is congruency. So congruency is when we're proving that 2 things are exactly the same in every way. So we're proving that this triangle is exactly the same as that triangle. All right. Let's try. I feel like these ones are too easy for you. Maybe it's not so bad though. It's your first proper proof. Okay. So I want you, when you're going through this, I want you to have your introductory lines. I'm going to write you a skeleton for this one just to make sure that you do it 100% correctly on your side. So you want to say in triangle and triangle. Then you want to give your 3 reasons. Okay, and then you're going to say therefore triangle this is congruent to triangle this because of this reason. Okay. Give it your best go. And try and set it up nice and neatly in your book so you can get into this habit. How am I testing you? What am I doing?
I'm ready. Let's go, my
Hey,
babes.
Peyton has got their reason. Let's see.
We can do this, my babes. Y'all are doing really good.
Let's have a, I'm going to give you, so Chilo, I did see your hand up first, so I will give this one to you. I'm just going to give everyone just a couple of extra minutes to finish this off. So I'm loving the reasons that are coming through. Just make sure that you are also practicing by writing all your different steps on your side. No, so in this one, Mikle, nothing will be common because there isn't anything that is actually part of both triangles. So if I like write highlight that triangle, and then I highlight this triangle, you'll see that none of those lines overlap with each other and none of the angles overlap. And so there wouldn't be anything in common in this one. Sure, so much rage, Huawei P30 Lite. If you have a question, I'm happy to answer your question. I mean, a little bit less happy so with the rageful emojis. But if it was to answer this one, and this one, Chilo's answering this one. But if you have a question, let me know and I will unmute and I will help. Okay. Yeah, not even a please. Okay. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Chilo, talk us through from the beginning to the end.
So like first you're gonna be like your RT, triangle RTS, right?
Okay.
And triangle TPQ.
Okay. Yeah, the order doesn't matter for the first line, so I'm totally happy with that. Cool. Okay.
So our first reason is gonna be RT
Mm-hmm.
is congruent to TQ.
Oh, careful with your words here. Are we going to say congruent?
No, I mean similar. Wait, equal to TQ, right?
Okay, thank you. R2, thank you. And what's my reason for that?
Given.
Good. Good. Okay, next one.
Then ST
Mm-hmm.
equals to TP.
Good.
Reason is given.
Good.
And then like by T, there are two angles, right? So
Okay.
would you be like T1 equals to T2?
If in your picture, if you wrote a 1 and a 2, then you can. So then you could say T1 is equal to T2. But because they're not there, and I think some people would have written it the long way, I'm going to write RTS is equal to PTS, PTQ. But if you wrote the 1 and 2, then that's fine.
All right, cool. And
what's my
reason is
reason for that?
alternate angles.
Alternate angles. Where are my parallel lines here? Do I see any parallel lines?
Sorry. Okay, my bad. How about
Give
it
me a
now?
heart attack here.
It was something to do with angles. No? Like you know what I'm trying to say. Like I forgot it now.
No, I mean, they definitely equal, but what's my reason? People are trying to help
Vertically
you in the chat. There you go.
You can do this.
Vertically
There we go.
opposite. My bad.
Okay.
My B.
Well done, Claire.
You got there.
My
You got
B.
there. Okay, and then how am I going to finish this off? What's
So you're gonna
my
finish it
end
off.
statement?
I mean, do you write the reasons first, like, or do we go straight into like the congruency of the
So
triangles?
I need to say which this triangle is congruent to which triangle, and I need to make sure that my angles like are in the letters are in the right order. So I can say triangle RTS, but now what is the order of my next triangle? What's it going to be?
It's gonna be PTQ.
Okay, cool. Okay, and then what would my reason be? So let's try and just do it on the side over here. This was a side, this was a side, and this was an angle. So what's my reason?
It's sense, man.
Yeah.
I'll go with sense.
Nice. Good. Alternate angles with no parallel lines gave me a bit of a hot stack, but we got there in the end. We got there in the end. Okay. Let's see. Mikle, was this a question? Oh no, your hand's down. So I think it was to answer. P, is this a question?
Am I wrong for saying my reason is SSA?
SSA, totally fine to write like that. I always
Okay.
write it as SAS just so that I remember that the angle has to be between the two sides, but you can write it the way that you've written.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Let's have a look. I think we have time for one quick one. And then we can go on to our quiz. But I don't want it to be too long. So let me go to one of the easier ones. Let's try this one. Okay. Hey. I don't even know what your name is because your name is still Hawaii. I don't know how to help in this situation. I think my best advice is go call an adult or a parent or a guardian of some kind. We are all entirely unable to help in this situation.
Miss, don't you feel bad for me?
What just happened?
Okay. Yeah, guys, just keep going on with your maths. Keep the focus on the maths.
Definitely, you guys, hopefully you're getting this question right? Everybody's focusing on their books and we are busy writing the answers to this question. Yeah, I can see some answers coming through the chat. Y'all are doing the best.
Yes, Michelle, B, C, B, D. Oh, goodness, listen to my confusing mouth here. DB is definitely common. Nice. Well done.
Well done.
Marula, we
Nice
haven't heard
work.
from you all lesson. Please tell me you're here to talk us through what this is going to look like. Hello? There you are. Okay. Oh no, you're lagging so badly. We can barely hear you. Oh, that was very sad. Let's try Michele. Michele, can you talk us through this?
Then can I try now?
Yes, absolutely. Tell me how I'm going to start. So in triangle what?
I feel like it's wrong, but like I'm gonna try.
That's fine.
Can I say angle? Wait, I don't know. Triangle. Wait. Is it
So
BCD?
Yeah, that's fine. BAD. Okay. And what's our second triangle?
CBD.
CBD. Perfect. Okay, cool. Now we need our 3 reasons.
Okay, wait. Can I say CD is equal to DA?
CD is equal to DA. Perfect. Okay. And that has been given to us. Love it.
Yes.
Good. Okay. Tell me another one.
And then, wait, can I still write, like say what I said in the comments, which is DB is common?
Yes, absolutely. DB is common. Okay. DB is common. So that's telling us about this line over here. Great. Okay. Now we need one more reason.
And then, I think there's no side because I was thinking about AB is equal to CB.
But they haven't told us that. Do you see how there's no lines on those 2 sides?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Because then I also see like a right angle by D.
Good, good, good. Okay, so this is right. So what would this angle be over here? What would the angle right next to it be?
Next to it or opposite?
No, right here. So this one over here that I've got the dot in.
It would also be an angle.
Yeah, but how many degrees would it be?
90 degrees.
Why would it be 90?
Oh my God. I don't know.
What do these 2 angles have to equal? What are they sitting on?
A straight line.
Yes. Okay, so we can say that angle, I'm going to call this angle D1 and angle D2. So angle D1 is equal to angle D2 because of angles on a straight line. Exactly.
Can you also say supplementary angles or something?
Yeah,
like
supplementary angles is perfect.
that? Okay.
Okay, and then we are going to say, therefore, triangle ADB is congruent to triangle CDB. What's my reason?
Is it SAS?
Yes, well done. It is definitely SAS. We have a side, we have an angle, and then we have another side. And in this one, we're not going to fall for the trap and think, okay, there's like a hypotenuse situation, because they haven't given us the hypotenuse. So it can't be right angle hypotenuse side. This one doesn't have alternate angles because we don't have any parallel lines. So we only have alternate angles when lines are parallel. That's the only time. And Nam, how can I help?
Ma'am,
Hi.
I forgot how does the hypotenuse look like again?
So this line here is the hypotenuse. Those are our hypotenuse lines, but they haven't told us that they're the same as each other. So if they don't tell us they're the same, we can't use the hypotenuse.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay. Chilo, can I help?
Oh, my bad. I had a question. I forgot to like put down my hand. Maybe.
It's okay. Don't worry. It's all right. Okay, this lesson has been wild, guys, on multiple levels. But let's call it a night. I will